After a long drive to Detroit, we finally made it, and we are here. Our first stop is trying some Detroit-style pizza. We're at this place called Buddy's. I guess it's a chain, but they only have about 3 locations. Original. It's under construction right now, but I'm so glad we get to at least see the original before everything else is built. But it's crazy to think of how many hits were recorded here. It's insane. Michael Jackson recorded here, The Temptations recorded here, Stevie Wonder,
Diana Ross, a lot of people.
A lot of people, Jackson 5.
Most of the Jackson 5 songs were recorded here.
It's crazy to think that all these hits that everyone around the world has heard were recorded here, right here. The amount of people who've walked right here, the same stuff I'm looking at right now. They're sitting in here recording their songs, and they look out the window and this is what they see.
That house down there, that frat house, show the camera, that's where they would take them to like do classes about how they gotta like be the florists. They can't just sing songs, they gotta dress up.
They gotta dress nice, look nice, smell nice.
Everything. They come with the full
build
package.
their brand.
So that's where they'd go to learn about all that type of stuff.
Even when the artists were like, no, I just sing, they take them there, they're like, no, listen, this is class. Back of Motown. Well, this is where the garage was.
That's where they recorded.
Where they recorded right here.
Another side of that wall. One
of the construction workers also told us that next to the frat house on the other side of the street, to the left, was where people would go and practice their dancing and their choreography like the Commodores. He said that's a little known fact, but I'm glad he shared it with us. We're driving on Barry Gordon Jr. Boulevard. One thing I really liked about Motown was that kind of shows that a lot of people start off with nothing and just an idea, just a dream, and they make it happen. And knowing how iconic it is and how crazy successful it became. And even the street is named after the guy who created Motown.
Birds wouldn't fly over this place. Grand scale.
We're spending our last day in Detroit at the Henry Ford Museum. We are at the Rouge, super cool. It's an assembly line, and we got to see a car being built from start to finish.
It was about 4 hours from the start to finish, and every 55 seconds or 53 seconds, a car
is completed.
Comes out of this plant.
And the assembly line is
4.5 miles.
4.5 miles long. And they have 1,300 workers. And we got to stand on the top, walk through it all, and watch them build it.
Amazing tour. If you're in Detroit, and you have to check this out.
And you have to go to the Rouge too. I know it's like extra. You have to do it.
Worth the extra money again to see the assembly plant.
They had a video at the beginning, and it was like Disney World. It was insane.
Incredible video.
You can't even explain it. You just have to go see it for yourself. Thomas Edison helped Henry Ford dedicate his site. I can walk in on it. It's cool.
So this is where President Kennedy was shot in 1963. And it said after it happened, other presidents used it.
What, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I like this description of the bubble top car. Stylish car to see and be seen in. The first car expressly designed and built for a president. Wow, they're actually pretty good. twisted.
It's just a twisted, Dad.
Huh?
20 years after the first flight ever, they have this.
Looking at all these engines in here, the craziest thing to me, every little piece on every engine is there for a reason. Every little piece has a purpose. There's nothing in any of these engines that's just randomly there. This was the actual bus that Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on, not a replica. This exact bus. This was Rosa Parks' seat. This is not a replica.
So in Montgomery, this is just Montgomery, 70%, 60, 60, 70% of the ridership was black.
That was her seat. The chair that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated
Is
in.
that blood right there?
Probably.
This is so cool. Does he enchanted? No way. This is just funny in real life. Oh my gosh. Mom. This is Narnia. This is the witch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's actually Jack Sparrow. That is the coolest one. Barbosa. They were so very lovers. Oh my gosh, the costume thing was so cool. I did not have the words. I just kept saying, oh my gosh, every time because I was so surprised. I didn't know anything that would be in there, and that was just so cool. Like, I could spend forever in there. Look at all the little details of the costumes. Seeing the costumes in real life that I've seen on TV for like ever, it was insane. This is for the Salt Flats. I've never seen anything like it. It looks like something out of Star
So
Wars.
this did 409 miles an hour,
What?
breaking the land speed record.
I can't imagine sitting there. This is the stove that Henry Ford spent 18 months sending people around the country to find one that looked exactly like the one in his childhood home. And that's the one. 1927, 15 million? Look how old it looks. This is the 15 millionth car. It's a pretty hot day out, so we stopped and got some frozen custard. We're at the Village. A lot bigger than I thought. We've been going in and out of these old historic houses. We were talking about how everything is exactly how it was. He made sure that everything was exact. There were very minimal repairs and updates done to everything. There's like no changes. He was pretty dedicated to preserving history, even in his house. But yeah, it's really cool. It's definitely like preserved history, and you can tell everything is exactly as it is. And he's always wanted that. He's always been big on that. So I thought that was really cool. And it's much appreciated, especially now, so many years later when things are so different. That was the home of Henry Ford's favorite teacher, Mr. Chapman. So he brought his house here, house of his favorite teacher, to be in this whole museum, which is like really cool, really awesome. Right back where we started. Pick up the rental car, and this is right where our trip ends. I'm so sad to leave Detroit. I'm so sad to leave Michigan. It's been an amazing trip. It has been such an amazing trip. It has been so much fun. We've seen so many beautiful things, and I'm already excited for next year. Crazy to be here. And like seeing. Yes. He said it's an unknown fact, or he said that's a little known fact.